What is up, Internet? Triggerbase is here, also known as Patrick Kosowski, my alias. Anyways, yeah, so today I'm bringing you guys a Cuphead academic LP video. I have to do it for my class, and it's 2 in the morning, but that's okay. So let's start off with a little bit about Cuphead. Alright, so Cuphead was released September 29th, 2017 for the PC and Xbox platforms. The game had a huge anticipation release because of all the videos promoting the game on Facebook and other social platforms. And once the game was released, it definitely lived up to its difficult expectations, and it was actually rated one of the hardest games to beat, of the year. And so I haven't actually finished the entire game, mainly because I'm flying off to Germany in less than 14 hours from now. And yeah, and so when I come back from Germany, I'm gonna finish the list. Anyway, so let's just talk about the art style of the game really quick. So Cuphead's art style could easily be described as 1913's cartoons, but with colors, because I don't know if they had color in the 1930s, but whatever. Did they even have cartoons? I don't really know. But anyway, so they probably had hand-drawn Disney things maybe, but the game is very outrageous with its drawings. And the soundtrack complements the cheesy game nicely with its steamboaty style of music, so it's a lot of jazz type of music and stuff like that. And so this genre of this game, this is like an action meets platformer meets shoot 'em ups meets boss rushes, and the game's target audience at first glance is you think it's meant for kids, it looks like a kid-friendly game, but actually I don't think kids would be capable of playing this game because this game is pretty tough. Yeah, it requires patience, skill, pattern analyzing, more skill, and quick reflexes for sure. And so I think the target audience for this game would probably be for maybe for teenagers, so maybe 16 plus, maybe 14 plus. Let's say 14 plus to 28-year-olds, somewhere in that range, maybe even older. They like platformers and quick shoot 'em up games. Alright, so the story of Cuphead, it's predominantly linear, and Cuphead and Mugman, I always thought it was Mughead, but kind of silly, but it's Mugman. And so basically the two of them, they went to, they're chilling, they're playing with each other, and they were they kind of lived with their dad. I'm not sure if there's dad, but the guy's name is Elder Kettle. And basically, he kind of watched over them. It was kind of like their dad, so that's why I assume. And yeah. And so basically, Cuphead and Mugman went to the casino and they went to go gamble. And their dad was like, "No, gambling's bad. Don't do gambling. Remember, kids, don't gamble. Use your game sense." Dun, 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 dun. Can I get sued for that? Is that a thing? Anyways, whatever. And so yeah, so basically, Cuphead and Mugman, they were gambling and they were gambling, and they're winning. That's a good thing. They're winning, and they kept winning, and they were on a hot streak. And eventually, the devil, the owner, which is the devil, he comes out, and they made them a wicked proposition. And if they won this next roll, they would win all the riches in the casino. Basically, they'd be set for life. And yeah, but however, if they lost, the two brothers would owe both of their souls to the devil. And Cuphead reactively accepts, and Mugman was pleading to Cup, man, just check this, look at the bigger picture, I don't want to lose my soul, because this guy seems for real, but whatever. And Cuphead just rolled anyways, and you know what, Cuphead rolls a pair of snake eyes, and I don't know what game they were playing, but rolling snake eyes was a bad thing. Is it the eyes of the devil, question mark, maybe? And yeah, so now they owed the devil both of their souls. Damn. So now they're going up to the devil please, man, no. Right? And eventually the devil gave the two brothers a chance to redeem themselves by hunting down the characters that owe him money. And on my script I wrote wrong. That's okay. Yeah, so basically they have to go around the map collecting their souls, and so when they have the overview world, they can go to any order they want. It's just so they have to beat the enemies on regular difficulty, not simple. This game has 2 difficulties, simple and regular. Never play simple, always play regular. And yeah. And basically, and you gotta collect their contracts for their souls, and eventually I think you fight the devil at the end, but I haven't gotten there yet. And yeah, so we'll see when I come back if you have to fight the devil or not. Alright, mechanics. So everything in the game was taught via tutorial. So that's like, the tutorial was pretty concrete, not too long, not too short, but like it kind of taught you everything you need to know. And yeah, you learned everything in the tutorial, nothing outside of it, which is really good. And it's basically the first level of the game. You gotta, to get to the tutorial, you just have to move left and right. But of course, it's obviously implied in a game like this. Like, you know if you're gonna move left and right. You know for a fact that the arrow keys or WSAD, or you know if you're playing on a keyboard, but you know this is probably not a game to play on a keyboard. If you're playing like me on an Xbox controller with your PC, then yeah, you're going to use the left analog stick. So you have the 4 direction movement. You have left, right, up, and then down. You can duck, and you can up, right? You can also fall through platforms by holding down A, which we can get to that later. And so, in addition to moving regularly, you can also dash. Now, dashing allows the user to move along the ground quickly in a short distance. This is really useful for last-second escapes. And yeah, you can jump, however you can't double jump. And so you can combine these moves. So for example, I can combine a jump followed by a dash. So I can do a jump and a dash to get some big distance off the ground. Right? And yeah, so there's that. That's kind of like the main moving mechanic. And of course you can also fall through the floor, as I mentioned earlier. You're ducking and then you hit the jump button, which allows you to jump down. Essentially, because you're jumping down and you're going down. Anyways, yeah. And so the other main mechanic of the game is shooting. So without shooting, you just can't beat the game straight up. Like you gotta be able to shoot. The game starts with a basic pea shooter, which can go rapid fire if you hold down the X button, which is the shoot button. I don't know what it is for keyboard. I didn't really pay attention. And from there, you can go buy other guns to upgrade with coins. But of course, we're gonna talk about that in a later section. Back to shooting. You can aim in 8 different directions, so you can aim north, northwest, you know, just like a compass. You know, compass has 8 general directions. Yeah, you can aim in those too. Yeah, and you can also lock a direction that you're shooting in. For example, say if I lock myself shooting up, I can lock myself into shooting that direction. I can move left and right without having to readjust my aim. And that's really nice for like the bigger, like the shotgun stuff. The shotguns, the spread shots, and like the pea shooters and stuff like that. With the tracking shot, it's good, but I mean it's not really useful because like it just tracks it anyways. But yeah, it's good for the shotgun, the spread shot. Sorry. And yeah, so that's shooting. And then the last kind of one is parrying. Parrying is a little interesting because normally with parrying you can jump and then you can kind of protect yourself in midair by like smacking the thing out of the way. And yeah, and so it's a little work. It's a little interesting. I'm not sure how it fully works yet because I'm still only I've gotten chunked into the game. But yeah, after you do your successful parry, you do get a bit of a height boost, so you can combo your jump and then dash off of that and continue to shoot and such like that. In Cuphead, the game uses coins as its currency. Coins can be obtained in 2 ways. The first way is by finding them within the run and gun levels. And these coins are usually hidden on the level somewhere, or they're in like really hard to reach places that require the player to combine moves like a jump and a parry or a jump parry dash to get that particular coin. And so, you know, the other way to get coins is by talking to NPCs, and sometimes they'll just give you coins for the kicks, or they'll give you hints or whatever other useless information. But just make sure it's important to talk to all the NPCs because you never know what they might give you. Now, the coins can't be lost on death. So if you die in a boss fight, you can't lose your coins. However, if you are doing a running gun level, it is important to note that like if you collect a coin from that level and then you die, you lose that coin. You have to complete the level in order to have that coin saved and be actually added to your profile. Okay. Now when you have enough coins, you can go to the store, and when you go to the store you can buy several upgrades, and like this can be from like different shots to upgrade your gun, to buying different charms that allow you to do different things. For example, having an invisibility dash, which means you can dash while you're invisible and you won't take any damage. Pretty useful. And you can get health upgrades, and then the health upgrades kind of come with a little catch here. You can get an extra hit point, but you lose overall damage. So it's, again, trade-offs. This game's all about trade-offs. So there's lots of things to buy, and there's not a lot of coins. So the player needs to kind of like, you know, think about what they want to do with their coins, really, and be smart with it. And that's basically Cuphead in a nutshell, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun smazzy messy jazz. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Trick of Aces. Yeah, hopefully I get a decent mark on this. It's 3:38 a.m. Flying out in just over 12 hours, and yeah, I'm gonna sleep as soon as I upload this video. Then I gotta do the profile, or do a one-page report. Damn it all. Alright, latest.